Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gemini of YPG, Mr. Gemini like the podcast and the Premier Way podcast. I just want to take the time and wish everybody a happy Juneteenth. You know, it's been a long journey, but we finally got this day happening. So I just want to say happy Juneteenth, and also happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. You know, all the old fathers, new fathers, fathers doing their thing, fathers that single fathers, and many more. Also, grandfather, uncle, and godfather, which I am a godfather. I just want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Also, happy Father's Day to my father. Thank you for, doing your thing all these years. To continue to be in my life. I appreciate it. Even though fathers don't get enough credit, but let's take this day to wish them a happy Father's Day because they definitely deserve it. And they definitely deserve all the work. So, once again, happy Juneteenth for everybody and happy Father's Day. You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 4. Yeah! Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman of RPG and the Premier Boy Podcast. Welcome to another new episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Hope all is well. And I also got a special guest. We got an entrepreneur, we got an author, and a motivated speaker on the show. He have a book called Master of Celemonies, a Male Guide of a Successful Life, and two other books as well, Growing Gems and Girls with Pearls, that is out now as well. So we're going to talk to him about that, a life journey, and many more. And y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Sharice, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. All right.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at the time, I will be giving you the gym and facts quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is: always be the hardest worker in the room, no matter where you at and what you're doing. And what I mean by that is self-explanatory. Always be the hardest worker person in the room, so you can get noticed, so people can know who you are. People can know that you are serious about your business. No matter what you do, always be the hard worker in the room. That is today, with the gentleman facts quote of the day. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Up Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast spin-off series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Riding Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
My name is Jonathan, and you are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. At this time, I got my special guest. He is a motivational speaker. He is an entrepreneur. He an author. He got many books out. We got Mr. Jonathan Harris in the building. Jonathan, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. Welcome to my show. I know it's been a long while. I've been trying to get you on the show for a while.
Yes.
But I finally got you on the show, man.
So happy to be here.
All right, thanks, man. So let's start this interview. So we're gonna start off with, where are you from?
So I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland. Oh my gosh, I love Prince George's County. It's truly what I call the home of Black excellence. I'm from a city called Fort Washington, which borders like Virginia and Washington, D.C. So I'm in like Southern Maryland. I was born and raised in Prince George's County. The reason I love it so much, and you'll hear most people from what we call PG County talk about it so highly, is because it's over 80% African American. And it's beautiful because, growing up, I was surrounded by doctors, lawyers, business owners, educators, and just different Black people doing their thing. So I know that in the United States, we do not make up the majority, but growing up in PG County, you saw that. So I never saw myself as unable to do anything because my neighbors were out being engineers and, computer specialists and doing just all of these great things. So, man, I have nothing but positive things to say about PG County.
Nice. That's amazing. So if you can't describe yourself in one word, what would that word be and why?
Oh, wow. I definitely say passionate. I'm a person, I put my heart into everything I do. I've never been a person since I was pretty much a baby who fakes much of anything. Like if I'm excited, you'll see it. If I'm irritated, you'll see it. If I don't like the idea, you'll see it. So it kind of forces you to just, be that honest person, and everything you do it from a place of passion. I'm definitely, when it comes to things I'm excited about, it's either 100 or 0. I can't ever give you 47%. So, I bring a sense of passion to whatever it is I'm doing.
Nah, I definitely feel you. 'Cause I'm definitely the same way. I gotta put passion in everything that I do as well. So I definitely feel you on that. So let's talk about your beginning of life. Like, how was you growing up?
So this is always a funny question to answer because I'm like thinking about like, wow, what was childhood like? I would say that in some parts of me, I was very outspoken, and other parts of me, I was very shy. So I come from a family, especially my grandfather was one of my biggest influences. But I remember something he always told me is that no opinion, or it was like any opinion worth having is worth defending. So I remember from an early age, like I couldn't just spill away. I had to be able to explain why I thought something. So my parents and my grandfather have always pushed like articulation on me. So from an early age, I've always had the gift of gab. I've never really been a person who was shy or nervous when it came to speaking in front of large crowds or just talking. So that part of me is very outspoken. I would sometimes be the kid in class who would stand up to the bully for the kids who wouldn't speak out. Or if all the kids had a problem with the teacher, I might be the person to address the teacher on behalf of the students. Sometimes that can get you in trouble. But But then there's also that part of me that's a little bit reserved. I love alone time. I've never really been one who needed to be around a bunch of people or things like that. I very much enjoy doing things by myself and kind of that like, what would you call it, reclusive, introverted way, whether that's reading a book or going for a walk by myself or even taking myself out to dinner. I really enjoy stuff like that too.
Okay, nice. Also, as a kid, what stuff do you do? Like what stuff are like activities and stuff you do as a kid?
Oh man, so I am a huge WWE fan even to this day, but I started being a wrestling fan when I was a kid. So pretty much Monday Night Raw, which comes on Mondays from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. That is like my blockout time. I'm not hanging with you. I'm not going nowhere. Don't call me like.
I feel you on that.
I am a diehard wrestling fan. I've been to WrestleMania. I've been to SummerSlam, and I've been to like a bunch of the local like Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown tapings. So I love it.
And I'm the opposite. I like SmackDown. I'm more of a SmackDown guy. I've always been a fan of wrestling as a kid as well. And you know, not to get off topic a little bit, I'm gonna tell a story. I know when I was a kid, and I went to this spot called WWF New York. And me and my sister were just there chilling one day, and they didn't know somebody picked me up. And I'm like, who that picked me up? And he like, well, out the way, kid. And it turned out it was Al Snow. And it was like it was very rare. I didn't know it happened so fast. I remember it was Sunday Night Heat, and they were hosting Sunday Night Heat at the event. I was like, oh wow, it was just so fast. And that was the first time I ever met a wrestler. I never went to a live event, or wanted to go to a live event. But
you gotta try it. You got to. So that was in New York. That's where they had like that cafe or like that restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And I remember because they used to do Sunday Night Heat there, like you were saying, and they had Tough Enough back in the day. No, it's funny. The only wrestler, so I didn't meet him, but he did pass by me. So I don't know if you remember, Roman Reigns used to do his entrance, like the Shield. They used to walk through the crowd. When they first started. So we had tickets to a show. It was me, my cousin, my dad, and my uncle. And they walked like Roman Reigns walked right down the road, and I was on the edge, so I got to like bump his arm. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh wow, that's dope. That's dope. But let's get back on track. Yeah. But how everything that you did as growing up made you the person that you are today?
I would say that it definitely taught me focus. I'm a very disciplined person. Anything that I'm serious about, I really stick to it. I commit my mind to it. And I really learned that from my dad. My dad is very big on routine and stuff like that. So I'd say that I'm a very routine person when it comes to sticking to things, sticking to schedules, sticking to goals that I set for myself. So that kind of helps me. I really have shifted away from what other people think of me and have shifted to what I think of myself as my motivating tool. Because I realize as you get older, like you can't chase approval from other people. You gotta take pride in yourself. You have to find yourself to be handsome. You have to find yourself to be smart. You can't wait from that validation and acceptance, because that might cause you to do things that you're not even proud of just to get, let's say clout or approval or things like that. So that's really what helped me stay focused, is that I've always been like a different kind of kid. Like I've only owned maybe 1 or 2 pair of Jordans in my whole life. I haven't really dated a whole lot of girls. I haven't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't like clubs. So, some of my interests might be different growing up than like a typical teenager at the time, or even, when I was in my early 20s, some of the things that like 21-year-olds and 22-year-olds like to do. Like when I was in college, I actually waited until I was 21 to have my first alcoholic drink. And people were like, what, you really waited? And, a lot of times college people are freshmen, 17, 18 years old. And, nothing wrong with that, no judgment. But I'm just saying that for me, some of my value systems were a little bit unconventional compared to people in my age. So I know in some places I definitely stood out like a sore thumb. But for me, I took pride in knowing that like, this is my belief system. These are my values. These are my morals. And I'm going to stick to it, even if like it's not popular to be this way.
You know what's crazy? I actually was 21 when I took my first drink as well. So that's crazy. I definitely could relate. Yeah, I definitely could relate to you. So that's definitely cool. Yeah, everything you're saying that's definitely dope, man. So as I mentioned in the beginning that you are an author. So what inspired you to become an author?
So believe it or not, it was a complete accident. I am definitely much more of a math and science nerd. I enjoy outdoorsy stuff and, science experiments and whatever. Like I said, being an author I wouldn't call it a mistake, but I will say it wasn't a part of my life plan. Long story short, I ended up getting a flat tire, and when I put the car in the shop to get fixed, I filled out the maintenance form wrong. I put that I needed a tune-up. And, tune-ups are really about fixing the wiring. It has nothing to do with tires. So I ended up paying $200 for a repair that I actually didn't need for the actual issue I put the car in the shop for.
Yeah.
As a result, what was only supposed to cost me cost me $80, cost me $280.
Oh, wow.
So, I was talking to my father, and he was just like, well, how come you didn't call if you had questions? And I'm, at the time I was 24, and I'm thinking I didn't think that I needed your help. And, also too, it's that whole male pride of we think we know everything. And we don't want to ask nobody for help. And I realized it was such a stupid mistake to make, because had I just called somebody who knew more about cars than I did, my dad would have told me, you don't need to check that off on the form, you need a tune-up. And I would have saved $200. So after I got the car back, I remember saying to myself, that's such a stupid mistake to make. But then I started to think about, well, what do other guys do who don't have a dad in their life or don't have any type of male role model to be there for them? And that's really how it started. My book is called Master of Ceremonies. I actually have it here. Master of Ceremonies, A Male's Guide for a Successful Life. And it's targeted towards young adult males. Obviously a book will never take the place of someone's dad or, just male figure. But it does cover a lot of things in here that guys might have questions about. There's a diagram on how to tie ties. There's a couple recipes for people who don't know how to cook. There's information on budgeting for people who may not be good with money. But then beyond just those life skill things, there are also, paragraphs and chapters that talk about real world things, like how to improve your self-esteem, how to be in a healthy relationship, and more importantly, how to leave toxic friendships behind. I share a story about having to walk away from a 15-year friendship and all that went into that decision, but also understanding as a young man and just as a young person, what type of people you need to be around in order to really be successful. So I think that the book does a good job of tackling things that go on inside of your mental health, but also giving you real world skills to know, how to travel to an airport and all the different things you need to bring and stuff like that. So definitely proud of it.
Nice. It's funny because that was the next question, but you already answered it. But let us know, where can we get that book? I'll definitely get that book now. That book definitely sounds something I definitely will read.
I appreciate it. So again, it's called Master of Ceremonies, A Male's Guide for a Successful Life. I'll try to bring it a little closer to the screen. It is available on pretty much all digital platforms, from Barnes & Noble to Amazon, Books A Million. Also available on my personal website, authorjohn.com. I would be so sad if I did not mention these two as well. So in addition to my first book, I've also written two more. We have Growing Gents and Girls with Pearls. I like to look at them as almost like my boy-girl twins, because they have almost identical concepts. But Girls with Pearls and Growing Gents are for, younger children. And it talks about just different things that we want and expect out of children, like helping around the house, saying please and thank you, being good with money. So for example, in the boys book, you might see something like this where it says a gentleman saves his money, and you see a kangaroo putting some money in his pouch, because we want to teach kids about financial literacy. And the girls book has similar concepts to that as well. Here's another example. It says a lady walks with her head up. So you see different animals with good posture, because we want people to take pride in themselves and, different things like that. So in addition to the first book, the children's books are, perfect gifts for baby showers, their birthdays, graduations, and just things like that.
Yeah, you're doing big things, man. And everybody, please get Jonathan. Please get Jonathan books, man. That's amazing. Get his book, support him, and we're gonna ask you where to get them at the end of the show. So we go. Okay. All right. So as an author, what are three of the hardest things about being an author? Like for those that want to be an author, what are the three hardest things that you dealt with?
Man. Okay. So the first one is that when you are an author, you are like 20 jobs in one, and no one really explained that to me, right? When you think of an author, you think of a person who just loves books and loves to write, and that's it. But it's a business.
Yeah.
Like, I think what I write is dope, and maybe my family does too, but that doesn't translate to people just automatically buying your book. So you have to really be a businessman or a businesswoman and get people to find value in what it is that you've written enough to make the sale. So I say all that to say, yes, I'm the writer, but I am also the graphic designer because I have to make the business cards. I'm the computer developer because I design my own website. I am the wardrobe specialist because when I have appearances or talks, I have to put these outfits together. You are the hairstylist. You got it. You know what I'm saying? I am the accountant because I have to set aside money to travel if I have a book signing or a book talk. I am I'm the everything. I'm the promoter when it's time to, be on someone's show or, have a book signing or a book talk. You got to promote these things. So it's really like 80 jobs in one. It would be nice if I could just sit home and write all day. That would be lovely. But the truth is that there's many other elements that go into pushing a product. And I'm sure you can understand that as a show host. It would be great if you could just do the recording, but there's so many other things that even make a show come together. So, when you watch like the Grammys or the Oscars and you see like the celebrities thanking a long list of people and you're like, dang, that's a lot of people to thank. I used to think so until I wrote a book and I realized how much help I needed from how many different people. And I was like, oh, I get it why, they got 20, 30 people to thank. So that would be the first hard thing. The second thing, editing is definitely irritating. I'm not going to hold you. After you've written a book, you're just happy for the world to see it. But, you do have to go back, not even just from like a grammar standpoint, but from a does this make sense standpoint. With my first book, for example, one of the chapters is on family. So I talk a lot about my own personal experiences in the book. But when you're talking about personal experiences, you're also bringing other people into it because you're telling a story. So if I'm telling the story of me or Ken and I, right? In order for me to talk, I'm also bringing Ken's name up. And that's something that was really important to think about is that in the midst of you trying to tell a story, you might be unintentionally or intentionally bad-mouthing somebody else. So there was a big part of like, how can I be truthful without being hurtful to somebody else? So you have to go back and write, or should I say rewrite things. You also want to make sure that things are making sense so you're just not rambling. Every book should have a goal. So with every sentence, every paragraph, the question that you have to ask yourself is like, how does this contribute to the objective you're trying to get your reader to get? And if it doesn't really need to be in the book. So editing can sometimes be a 2, 3, 4, even 5 round process where you are so tired of reading that book, but you want to make sure it's really the best version of what you want to say. So that would definitely be the second thing. I would say the third thing, and this is, forgive me for those who may take offense to this, but I like to be an honest person. The world just doesn't always place value on reading as a whole. So you have to be extra on it to really get people to see value in it. My book, first book, is a self-help book for young men. Most young men do not value self-help books. So I had to early on learn that my target reader and my target buyer aren't the same thing. My target reader are young men. My target buyer are their mothers, their girlfriends, grandmamas, aunties, and things like that. Because in my experiences, usually it's the women in your family or the women in your life who want you to be better. So they will invest in this product for you to give it to you. So 90% of my purchases are from women, even though it is a men's book that they then gift to boyfriends, husbands, father, just, different things like that. So, sometimes as a writer, you might feel a little bit discouraged because people just don't always flock to books. If there's an audience of people who love to read, then you're fine. But I know for me, I felt a little bit like, did I just waste my time here? Because, people aren't always kicking down the door to read a book. I remember I was at a book signing and there was this teenager who was like, don't you think $16 is a little much for a book? And I was like, no. But again, I'm a person who likes to read, so I would be willing to make that investment. The average person, probably not, who is of that age. So, people will pay $300 for shoes. People will pay $80 for a video game or different things like that and won't think twice. But to some people, $16 is too much for a book. So you got to be very, very, very strong-willed in what it is that you want to get across and really understand that everybody isn't going to love what you created. So that would be my third tip that I would share.
Okay, nice. Good tips. Good tips. Good. I know people could definitely learn from these tips. Good tips, man. And what advice do you have to do for like new authors or somebody that want to put a book out? Like what advice do you have for them?
Oh my goodness. The first thing, definitely get a business coach. You can also get a writing coach too, which will be really helpful. You know, some people might feel comfortable enough they don't need the writing coach, but I would definitely tell you to get the business coach. Because again, there's so many things that you do not realize are a part of the process of making a book work. Like my first book is 5 years old, and I've grown so much over that, but I've taken a lot of hits because of ignorance. I didn't know certain things that I should have known. For example, right? Like there are book awards out there, and book awards help you become more credible. But book awards are usually only available within the year that your book came out. So you have like a short timeline to submit yourself for nominations or have somebody nominate you. And a lot of those things are paid. You got to pay to enter, to be considered, to possibly win. Like there's a lot of different things there. Same thing when I made all of my covers, I hired other people. So coming up with contracts, you know, so that you don't get sued down the road, or having somebody review your contract so that you're not shortchanging somebody else or being shortchanged yourself. So again, there's a lot of business that goes into this world. And I was so ignorant to that. I would just, like I told you, the example I gave was about the car being messed up and me being excited to just share life skills with guys. That's how I entered into this world, just happy to share wisdom, not realizing that I was going to be smacked in the face with all of this business stuff. Like I remember being so ignorant to this, man. When they sent me like tax information, I'm like, what are y'all sending me this for? I don't what? Because I have to pay taxes on the book that I sold. You know what I'm saying? Like there are so many like things I just wasn't even thinking about. And the average person is not thinking about. Most people write a book like, I have a story I want to tell, and that's their focus. Yeah. But it's not that simple. You know, so I would definitely tell whoever is interested in getting started in the world of writing to get yourself a business coach so that side of it can also be good too.
Okay, amazing. So also you have a publishing company called J. Harris LLC. Tell us about how that got started.
Sure. So I actually started that in 2020, February 2020 to be specific. I wanted to take a little bit more creative control over my process. The first time for my first book, I went through a different self-publishing company, and they were great. But one thing I've realized is that there are companies who are very pricey, and a lot of the things that they are charging you for, you actually can do yourself. So you might be paying $2,000, and what you're paying $2,000 for is for your book to get printed, but they're going to give you other things like business cards, maybe a blown up poster of your book, or just some other kind of marketing things like that. What you realize is that if you kind of sit down and maybe go through a YouTube tutorial, you can cut out a lot of those costs and just do those things yourself. So over time, I learned how to design my own business card, design my own website, design my own posters. So what I really need your help for might only be $200, but I'm paying you $2,000. So with my own publishing company, I have the ability to have more financial control and creative control over what it is that I put out. Down the road, I actually want to help other people write and create their own books as well. So I'm not quite there yet, but that is the long-term vision, is to definitely step into the world of book coaching. I feel like where I shine the best with that is helping people really present themselves in a positive light to secure more opportunities, whether that's show appearances, book talks, book signings, getting books sold, stuff like that. So, you know, similar to how when you sign a record contract for a record label, you have a person who is like talent management, like they teach you choreography, they get you like a team of people to bring the star quality out of you. I would like to do that for people as new authors, give them the opportunity to be better at public speaking, practice like, okay, hey, Jonathan, I have a show appearance coming up. Can you help me get ready for how to talk on a podcast, or just different things like that? So that's my long-term vision, is not just helping people get their books out, but also giving them that coaching in star quality.
Okay, nice. And you're already doing amazing things. I know you're about to do even bigger things in the future. I'm looking forward to it. Keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Also, you not only an author, you know, not only got a publishing company, but you're also a motivated speaker. Tell us how you got started with that. Tell us how you got started with that.
Oh wow. So the first time I ever gave a large speech was actually back in 2008. I was my high school valedictorian.
Mm.
So I think my first speech was delivered to several thousand people. Like I said, I've never been nervous talking at any point in my life. I love to talk. If y'all haven't noticed yet, love it. And for me, I'm always been like, I'm a person. I pretty much always feel comfortable wherever I go. I could just be meeting you for the first time, and it'll almost feel like we've known each other 25 years.
That's true.
So, when it came to public speaking, I never really been afraid. I've always said there are two things I've never been scared of. That's a camera and a microphone.
Mm.
So even at work, at school, like if a boss or a teacher ever put me on the spot, I was like, the joke's on you because I'm always ready. So we go, you know what I'm saying? Like we going to do this. But for me, I really, I guess you'd say professionally started doing the motivational speaking when the book first came out. I wanted to not only just have the book, but go into churches, mentoring programs, school systems and things like that. And kind of teach, but yet talk from the book. So the thing I love about the book, there are 23 chapters in it. I do presentations on almost any of the 23. I talk to students a lot about personal branding. So I've done activities where I will ask them about their friendships and, how they see themselves and how they think the world sees them. I've even had students text a bunch of people and say, I need you to text everybody that you know and ask them to give you 3 words to describe you. And then we talk about those words. And it's always interesting. The students are like, wow, I said, if you text everybody that you know, regardless of how long or how short you've known them or what capacity you know them, you'll realize that almost everyone will have the same impression of you pretty much. And I try to teach the students that it doesn't actually take long to really form an impression because my mom, who has known me my whole life, my dad, who's known me my whole life, and you who are, you and I are just talking on the call now, would probably have the same impression, even though I've known my parents way longer. So I always talk to the students about like, you'd be surprised how quick it is to pick up on something about a person and how you should be intentional about how you interact with them. So, students love stuff like that. We've been able to have some really important conversations about like how to choose your friends, how to walk away from toxic friendships, just different things like that. So I really enjoy it. I would say I like workshops better than like speeches because with workshops, you have a chance for everybody to give input, not just you talking to them for like 30 minutes or an hour, but instead like everybody feels a part of the discussion. And I consider myself to be a lifelong student. So even though, yes, you brought me in to teach you, I'm happy to learn from you too.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
when we're all talking together, I feel like we all walk away with something.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And that's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So I know you won many awards and you've done many things. So let me know which was your biggest achievement award-wise and like in the stage-wise.
That's a really good question. I would say my greatest accomplishment in life actually is a personal achievement. So for those of you who follow me on social media, my username is Author John, by the way. I lost 120 pounds. So I did that between July 2019 and I've been, maintaining it to date. I walk anywhere between 2 and 5 miles every day, pretty much, unless it's like really rainy or snowy or something like that. But for me, it was a lot of work, and I was really proud to see that not only was I able to lose over 100 pounds, but even a year later, I've been able to maintain what it is that I've done. So that would probably be my greatest personal accomplishment. I would say professionally, probably writing the book, honestly, or writing the books. I didn't realize how much went into it, and I didn't realize how much I would change after doing it. Writing a book gives you so much more of a tougher skin. There was a part of me that at first, when, things didn't work out, I would take it very hard and all of that. But, once you put a book out, like you hear so many no's and so many things that you thought were going to work out for you that didn't. I don't have a defeated mindset. It's more of all right, we'll get them the next time, or we'll, invest our attention into something else. So it really has made me like a tougher person. It has made me more mindful of how I present myself into the world because I have like kids that follow me because I went to their school to talk to them. And that's just so powerful. Like, if we're in the same age bracket and we're being funny amongst each other, it's no harm, no foul. But when you have like a 13-year-old who's watching your page and they tell you how much they look up to you, I feel like I would feel 30 times worse if I was like on social media acting up or doing something crazy. And
Yeah,
granted,
yeah,
it's my page. I could do what I want at the end of the day. But I realized like I have a platform. So, being an author is really what helped establish me. And then I work at a college too. So a lot of my students follow me and they follow the journey of the weight loss, the books, and all of these different things. So, being an author is what really kind of set me up for that. You got to do better with your own life because there's so many people who are looking to your example. They're counting on you and, all of that stuff.
Yeah, and once again, congrats on all of the accomplishments you made, man. You losing 100 pounds, that's amazing. That's wow. That's amazing, man. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing your thing. So we're gonna switch gears a little bit. And as you know, we are in a pandemic. We are still in a pandemic, even though things get a lot more better. So I want to know, how did the pandemic affect you, and what did you learn from the pandemic?
Okay, good question. For me, it did a lot of different things. It really helped me slow down a little bit. I'm very much so like a routine and schedule person. I always got something to do, always got somewhere to be, always got somebody I'm about to go talk to. And, for the first time in my life, like my day was not revolving around appointments. I was able to really just like sit outside and stare at things without having to run and go do something. I was able to have conversations with people and not feel like I had to go rush and get off the phone for this next meeting or this next something. And I think for the first time in a long time, my life wasn't built around a to-do list. I was able to really just value human relationships and be intentional about those conversations. Like at my college, the custodian who worked in the building that I also work in, we were able to have like a really good conversation, and we were able to just talk for the first time. Like I wasn't off running about to go do something. He wasn't running off to go do something. And we both found out that we had so much in common with each other. And it was just crazy because I'm like, dang, we pass each other every day and this is going on. But now we're finally able to really talk to each other. And we found out we both love PlayStation. We both love wrestling and all of that. So I'm grateful for the pandemic for its opportunity for us to just like really value relationships more intentionally.
Yeah.
Instead of like, and like for people who have busy schedules, it's not, purposeful that we don't want to talk. It's just like we have other stuff that we're trying to work on too.
Yeah.
But I was grateful to have opportunities to just not have to rush off the phone real quick. In terms of my productivity though, in the same breath, it did help with a lot of personal projects. I have 2 to-do lists. I have things that like I actually have to do like within a week's time. And then I have things, if you ever got free time, these are some like other projects you can work on. So I was finally able to dig into that other projects vault and really just work on those things. So I was able to pump those other 2 books out. I was able to plan an event with my politician on mental health. I was able to I planned an all men's conference last year with the help of some of my former students and some of my friends and my cousins. We did a conference called Destination Success, completely free for everyone, a virtual conference for men over the course of 4 Saturdays in June. So I was able to just get a lot of stuff off the ground that I've always kind of wanted to try. And I'm grateful for it. I am sad for the, families and people who lost loved ones or the people who lost their lives.
Yeah.
But I do hope that just as a society, as we kind of walk out of the pandemic, I hope that we remember what we learned from it and don't just go back to 2019 kind of lifestyle. So.
And I agree. It did help me to do a lot more things that I've been wanting to do for a while, but also, of course, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff as well. But I just glad we all getting better and stuff like that. So also, how do you feel about the pandemic today? Like, do you think like things got a lot better since where we was last year?
In some areas, yes. In other areas, no. I think it's great that people are socializing more and things like that because, that's just a important part of human function and civilization. I say no in some areas because we have to still kind of address the safety aspect of like some of our workers. I think that we should have definitely, as a society, given hazard pay to certain industries that maybe weren't considered for hazard pay, but still had to go into work. Like there were a set of people who had to still go through their regular work didn't get hazard pay, and then others, were given the opportunity to work remotely. So, for those who essentially did put their lives a little bit more at risk, but didn't receive the compensation for it because they were deemed essential workers, I'm sure that probably leaves a chip on their shoulder. So I think just us being more mindful of compensation and stuff like that. I would say too, with work schedules, I know some companies are going back to like full-time work permanently, like back at the site, but it's already been proven that a lot of these jobs can be done from home.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm just a little bit curious as to like, if your company didn't see a decrease in productivity during time at home, why make everybody come back? Is it for like a micromanager type of thing? Is it for team building, or like what is the intent behind making everybody come back? So that's why I would say in that area we haven't really seemed to have grown in all industries quite yet.
Okay, I definitely agree. But let's go back to brighter note. Let's get back to more positive things. So
okay.
So what is your dream venture? Something that you always want to do?
Oh wow, y'all are gonna laugh when y'all hear this. Well, I'm not gonna say y'all not gonna laugh, but it is gonna catch a couple of people by surprise. So I would love to be a brand ambassador for Quaker. So I am a huge oatmeal fan. Earlier I talked about how I lost weight. Oatmeal was one of the top reasons that I did. For those of you who aren't familiar with the health benefits of oatmeal, not only is it good for your skin, it is great for your digestive system. It makes you feel full, but it's very low calorie in the same breath. So you're going to have almost like a fullness, like you had a pancake breakfast, but only, 200 or 300 calories with oatmeal. And it does a lot of great things for you. I eat oatmeal sometimes, some weeks, 7 days a week. And, it's gotten so funny to the point that like people will message me on Instagram or Facebook, or they'll text me a picture of their oatmeal that they're eating for breakfast. And I was just like, I laughed that amongst my social media village, I have been connected as like the oatmeal guy, to the point where people send me their breakfast to show me that they are also eating oatmeal in support of the fact that they know that I eat oatmeal. I was like, yo, that's like real influence. Like I was kind of proud of that. Like that's dope. But I say all that to say, because I have lost, so much weight, and oatmeal played such a great role, and I do support them all the time. I always carry like anywhere between 2 to 3 jars of oatmeal in my apartment at all times. I would love to represent them. I don't feel like they have a lot of Black representation to my knowledge. And on top of that, I would love to kind of travel and talk to people about healthier practices, but like real healthy practices. I weighed 340 pounds when I started at the top of my health journey, and now I'm in the 220s.
Oh, wow.
So I say all that to say, like, and that's not to knock like personal trainers and doctors or anything, because I think everybody is wonderful at what they do. I think the one thing that helps separate me when I talk to people about health journeys is that I actually was on the other side of it. If you've never been fat, you can talk to people about how you maintain weight, but losing a lot of weight is just something that you can't relate to. It doesn't mean that because you weren't big, you can't support somebody. I want to be clear about that. But what I'm saying is that I've actually been like obese, right? When you, based on your height and your weight, you get either obese, you're overweight, you're normal weight, you're underweight, right? So like I've lived the life of an obese person. I know what it feels like to sit in an airplane seat and barely be able to get into the seat, or maybe not be able to get on certain roller coaster rides because the seat is too small for your waist. There's just different things that when the average person is trying to lose weight, they want somebody who really understands where they've been. And that's what I feel like I'm going to bring to the table, as a brand ambassador, or Quaker Oats or any health company or anything like that I'm doing. I can talk to you now from both perspectives. I've been on that side. I'm currently on this side. I get it. I understand some of the reasons that you might start working out, start your health journey, and then stop along the way. I understand how you feel when you go to the store and there's something that you really, really like, but it don't fit you. I understand how you see something that you really like and the biggest size they have and what you want is a large. You wear 2X or 3X or 4X or whatever. So, being that brand ambassador for Quaker Oats wouldn't just be like, for financial payoff purposes. It's really for the purpose of using a platform that is way bigger than me, which is Quaker Oats, to talk to people about just like better self-care practices and how, starting your day off with a good breakfast really would be able to do that for you.
Yeah,
I'm about to send in this video snippet.
And anything possible, go for it. Go for it. Do it, man. Anything possible, man. And
I'm definitely securing that contract.
Definitely. Do it. I definitely do it. I want to be a brand ambassador for Nintendo because I've always been a big fan of Nintendo and stuff like that. Oh
wow, what's your favorite Nintendo game?
Oh, it's a lot. I mean, right now, Zelda is one of them. Of course, Mario, Pokemon, Smash Brothers, stuff like that.
Who's your favorite Smash Brothers character?
Oh, that's hard. Probably Mario, Banjo-Kazooie. Try to think. I got a lot. It's a couple of people. It's a couple of people, man. Mega Man.
I got y'all with either Peach or Pikachu. Those my
nice. And we're gonna talk more about the video games section a little later, but what other project you got going on that you have not mentioned yet?
So I've talked a lot about the health journey, right? Down the road, and by down the road, I mean like very soon, I will be releasing my 4th book. That's exciting to say. And it will actually be a health book. So I'll be talking about how I lost the weight. I'll be calling it Journey to 100. And I'm just really excited to be able to share, like I said, real world tips from a real world guy who experienced some real world things. I definitely hope that you all support. It's not a long read at all because no one wants to sit down and read 300 pages on how to lose weight, I promise. So I feel like it's very to the point, but it gives you real world strategies. It talks about accountability buddies. I have activities in there and different questions and self-reflective things that you can do to really get you focused and get you a positive mindset to want to do this.
Okay, nice, amazing. And we're looking forward to that book. We're definitely looking forward to that book. And what do you have to say for anybody going to send out at you, from the author and everything? Say something inspirational.
Oh wow. Okay, let me make sure I understand the question. So you're asking me what would I say to anybody who's listening right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. All right. I want everybody to take the word finally out of your vocabulary. Why do I say finally? So finally represents something that you felt should have already happened in your life, but just recently happened. And when you say things like finally, you're forgetting that everything in your life is supposed to happen when it's supposed to. From when you get married to, or better yet, if you get married, children, degrees, buying a home, getting your business off the ground. A lot of times, sadness and disappointment stem from unfulfilled expectations. So let's say you have an expectation that you're going to do something by a certain age, then that age happens and it doesn't take place yet. You feel like you failed. You can't fail yet. Everything that's supposed to happen for you, you're on time for. So if you haven't found that special someone, you're not late. You did not miss the boat or the bus. It's coming. But when you say they're finally here, it's not a finally. They came when they were supposed to. They came when you were ready to receive them and, you were able to maintain that blessing. There are a lot of people who get opportunities and they lose opportunities because they're not ready. So if your business takes 5 years to get off the ground, you didn't finally start a business. You started a business when you were ready to do so.
Yeah.
So that would really be my advice. Is please don't say finally for anything. You didn't finally go to school. You didn't finally buy a house. You didn't finally get married. You didn't finally do anything. You did it in its proper time in your life. Don't compare yourself to people in your age bracket or your family and you're like, well, my older sister did this at 25, so I got to do it at 25. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. My dad bought his first house at 20 years old, but he also was able to do so because it was a different generation when things were a lot cheaper. I'm way older than 20 and I don't own a home yet, but in its proper time, it's going to happen for me. And I'm okay with that, whenever that is. That could be next week or 2 years or 20 years. but it won't be a finally. I didn't finally get a house. I got a house when I was supposed to have it. So that would really be my advice to everybody is please don't put yourself on this invisible timeline, because all it is going to do is lead to disappointment for you. Instead, take every day as it comes and do your best until your blessing shows up.
Yeah, amazing tips, amazing tip. Cause I definitely needed that as well. All right, so before we go, we're gonna play a little game called Five Random Topics. Well, actually 5 topics, and you can give me a long or short. Well, you can give me a long response on everything that I asked you. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
All right. So, what is your favorite era of music?
Oh gosh, 90s and early 2000s R&B makes up pretty much 90% of my playlist in my home.
I feel you. That's one of my favorite era, and also the Motown days as well. You want to go all the way there? You want to go all the way back? All right. What is your favorite go-to movie to watch?
Oh, I love Freedom Writers. Freedom Writers is so dope. If you've never seen it, it's about the education system in California, or at least one specific school. Please go check it out. It's a must-see. I love Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is dope. The new one was not bad. I feel like the world gave it a hard time, but y'all go see it.
It was cool.
Yeah, so those will probably be my 2.
Nice. You know that Freedom Rider is dope. I did watch Freedom Rider. I did watch both of them and Mortal Kombat as well. You know, I like both of them. All right, now we go back to the wrestling. Who are your 5 favorite wrestlers?
Okay, let's see if we can do this. All right, so boom, we got Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid. For Stratus, I would say, okay, favorite wrestlers. This one is going to be very unpopular amongst many who see this, but I'm a huge Tamina fan. Love Tamina.
Wow.
I don't know if he's a favorite, but I have a great deal of respect for Dolph Ziggler. I think that he is incredible. And lastly, I would say I've always enjoyed he's like a newer wrestler, but the WWE at least, Ricochet.
Nice.
So those would be my top.
I know for me, The Rock, of course, that's always been one of my favorite. Kurt Angle.
Yes.
Trish Stratus. I've always been a Trish Stratus friend. And I have to go current, right? Roman Reigns. And
okay.
and who else? And somebody else. And Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good lineup there.
and I had Bobby Lashley as well at the 6th bonus, because I like Bobby Lashley. That's my guy, Bobby.
I'm still mad they broke up the Hurt Business, but we'll talk about that on another episode.
You're not the only one. I'm upset about that too. You were not the only one. Yeah, we definitely got to do another episode about that. About that. All right, what is your first video game system, and what is your favorite game out right now?
Ooh, okay. So first video game system that I remember. Ooh, I can't remember which came first. I think my first game system was the Sega Saturn. Okay, but I can't remember if the Nintendo 64 came first or after. But definitely between those 2. Favorite game that's out right now, I play a lot of wrestling. I did not get the WWE Battleground, which is more of like the cartoonish animated one. I still play WWE. I guess that would have been 2K20, which is really dope, getting ready for WWE 2K22. And when I'm not playing anything wrestling related, I'm definitely playing Madden. Last year, man, I was running ship in Madden. I was top 6% in all of online. I was hurting anybody who stood in my path. So,
nice.
Those are my games.
I know for me, Sega Genesis. First game I had was Sonic 2. I remember that I had Sonic 2 with it. Yeah. Favorite game out right now, Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask you a bonus question. Do you watch AEW?
You know what? I have not yet. I only kind of like hear about it and follow it via like dirt sheets or like Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. But I cannot say I sat down and watched the full episode yet. Nothing against it. I guess I just need to kind of carve out some time. I know many of the people who are on AEW are like former WWE talent, so I'm sure I'd be, glad to see them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I watch every here and there. I mean, it's not my favorite. I mean, I feel like everybody overhype it too much for me. That's just me. But I mean, I watch it every here and there. I watch it every here and there. And the last question: which celebrity would you like to meet? Just name 3.
Oh goodness. Okay, so I've already met her twice, but she'll always be on the list because I can never not meet her enough time. Like I can never meet her enough time. Like, so R&B singer Maya is my
Oh, nice.
Probably top 2 or 3 favorite people in the whole wide world. That's a whole nother episode in itself. But so definitely. Okay, let's see. I would definitely say A. Marie would be dope. Another, 2000s R&B singer, and probably a wrestler would be great. I don't know if I have a specific one. Maybe Shawn Michaels would be great. It'd be cool to pick his brain, hang out with him, maybe get a wrestling training in or something like that. That'd be dope.
Nice. I know for me, that may be Dwayne Johnson, of course, The Rock, of course. Yes. Barack Obama. And
definitely a good one.
And one of my favorite artists, he very underrated, Ryan Leslie.
Yo, that's so crazy that you would say that. Ryan Leslie is one of my favorite people. I've almost seen like every single Ryan Leslie like YouTube interview ever. And if you've ever noticed, his interviews are like very lengthy. He like really goes into things into great detail. I will sit there and watch the whole hour and a half. Like, love him, very smart. Addiction is one of my favorite songs. And then also one of his, I guess, independent albums, Only the Lonely, History, dope track. So it's so funny because, like, I work at a college and my students some of them are like 10, 12 years younger than me. So I say Ryan Leslie, they're like, cool. I get so angry. I'm like, not cool. But nah, that's so dope. If you've never seen this, please go to YouTube. There is this video. It's called Ryan Leslie Makes Addiction, and it's
I know about that. I watched that.
Yo, crazy. It is literally like I've seen it too many times. Like I already know like order for order what it's gonna be.
For real.
But truly one of the best videos, like music composition wise. I definitely wish that he had saw more fame in the public eye.
I agree.
But I guess everything works out the way it's supposed to.
I agree, man. That dude's an amazing guy. He got talent, man. That one person I would wish I could definitely interview, and that's one person I wish I could bring in the show. But hopefully in the future we could do that. But you know,
he has a superphone, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, definitely, you would definitely text him. I don't know if he's going to hit you back right away, but like I've texted him a couple times. He's like puts his number out there and everything. So
I got the number. I got to text him. I got to text him one day. But Jonathan, thank you for coming on the show. It's been amazing talking to you, man. And you're doing big things. Keep doing your thing, and you're doing amazing thing, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and you already know, drop your social media and everything that you do. And your book and everything where everybody can reach you and everybody can get your book and stuff like that. Drop it all down now.
All right. So again, I'm Jonathan. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, I have 3 books out currently: Master of Ceremonies, Growing Gents, and Girls with Pearls, all available on my website, which is www.authorjon.com. That's AUTHORJON. That is also my social media name for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Clubhouse, and YouTube, plus the PlayStation Network, all Author John. So AUTHORJON.
All right, thank you. Then Jonathan, we'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Now, I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break and brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursdays. And Spin-off Series Thursday is the new home for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spin-off Series that brought to you shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast, The Old School Show, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And A Conversation About Music Podcast is a music spin-off series where we talk about anything music, from the current music scene and the old school music scene, where we interview many guests that's in the music industry and artists about their music journey. We have a segment game called The Face Off, which is a versus inspired game. And we have roundtable discussion about variety of music topics. And y'all can check out A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Now, the Old School Show that featured myself and the star Roddy Rod is a show where we discuss anything old school, from music, TV shows, movies, and many more. We also bring in guests to join in on the old school conversation. Y'all can check out the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. Every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And last but not least, we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, where we talk about anything relationship related topics like love, dating, relationships, cheating, the good and the bad, and many more. And y'all can check out this spin-off series, Date Night Talk Podcast, every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. So look out for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursday, A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday. The Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursdays, and Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays. And y'all can check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. And thank y'all for checking out this commercial break. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. True!
I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning into this new episode. Thank you to my special guest, Mr. Jonathan Harris, for coming on the show and support his books, A Master of Celemonies, A Male Guide to a Successful Life, Growing Gems, and The Girls with Pearls. It's all on every book platform, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and many more. This brother doing amazing thing. Support this guy, support this black author. I'm definitely going to bring him back for a future episode, because I'm pretty sure we got a lot more to talk about, man. As y'all can tell for this episode, we got a lot more to talk about, so I'm definitely going to bring him back for a future episode. And once again, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode. And y'all already know where I'm at on Sundays. Mr. Jim like the pocket each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. We are on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, TuneIn Radio Now. We on TuneIn Now, and many more. Season 4 of Mr. Jim like the podcast every second, third, and sometimes fourth Sunday, depending on the schedule. And then, you know, we got the spin-off shows. Mr. Jim like the podcast presents The Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth or fifth Sunday. Mr. Jim like the podcast presents A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Sunday at 12 a.m. Date Night Talk Podcast coming real soon. The Countdown Show the countdown show. Every starting June 25th. Actually, this Friday. The first episode of the countdown show, June 25th. Every last Friday at 10 p.m. is a new countdown show. That's the only Spotify exclusive only show. And yeah, also don't forget the Premiere Boy Podcast Season 2 with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, DJ Retro, Maybe, and Long Live Chief Mally Mal. Season 2 of the Premiere Boy Podcast coming real soon. And also check out King Talk with Mr. Aaron Sands every other Friday. The season finale part 1 is out now. I am on the season finale part 1. So yeah, check that out. I got really deep about a lot of stuff about the podcast game, the promoter game, fake friends, many more. So check out the episode. It's a dope interview. It's a really dope. I opened up a lot in this episode, so check it out. And yeah, and y'all already know what I do on Saturday. We are back. Best Saturday Party at Taj, 217, 48 West 21st Street, 5th and 6th. I apologize. 48 West 21st Street, 5th and 6th. Table reservations only. I repeat, table reservations only on Premier Guest List. So hit me up for a table reservation. And y'all know, hit me up on social media. Ken _ Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, Ken _ Mr. Mr. Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. Also, check out the Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast website, MrGentlemanLikeThePocket.com. I repeat, MrGentlemanLikeThePocket.com. And if y'all want to be a guest on my show for season 4 or season 5, which is later this year, the Old School Show, or artists, if you're an artist, you want to be a part of a conversation about music podcast, or ladies, single or taken, if you want to be a part of Date Night Talk, y'all can email me a bio about yourself and everything that you do to my email, Ken, YPGENT@gmail.com. Ken, YPGENT@gmail.com. And yeah, once again, thank y'all for tuning into this new episode. And have a good day and night wherever you listen to this episode.
Hi, this is Fidelisa White. Stay tuned. You're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast at Anchor FN Ken _ Mr. Gentleman. Thank you.